Hi everybody, it's Diane. Thank you for joining me today. I am going to work again on a Somerset inspired project. I couldn't make up my mind. Well, I thought I was going to do this one, which is just a little image that I have of a Somerset Studio magazine called Gallery. And this is from 2011. Has the date right there. But I loved this on the front. And I thought, I have a postcard stamp that I think it's smaller than a postcard, than a real postcard, but I thought I would use napkins on the back, stamp the postcard, and then on the back of it, use the napkins and then a pretty image. And I got napkins in the mail yesterday, which I'm going to go over with you right now. But I thought this was, again, using images of old-fashioned ladies. Excuse me, let me get a drink here. So I wanted to do something a little different because I've been using these kind of things a lot. So this might be my next project, but I'm going to do something quite a bit different today. So yesterday I got a fun little package in the mail from my friend Eva from Truly All Supplies. And she has gifted me with napkins before. She has gorgeous napkin designs in her shop. And here's her pretty note. I love this. And she says she's been catching up on YouTube and she was enjoying my glue books. But she wanted to send me some napkins, and she's hoping that that pretty soon she'll be able to get a new supply of some spring styles. So I am sure well, I didn't look, but she probably still has these in her shop. But I'm going to link her shop below, and I hope that you will go take a look because she does have gorgeous napkins in any style and theme that you can imagine. But let me just show you what she sent me. And she sent one of each, which is wonderful, because I don't have room for, 4 of each design in my stash. But aren't these pretty? I can't wait to use that. You could just use individual little flowers out of this. And when you get one napkin, you get a lot because it's an all-over design. And they're good quality. This one is a really beautiful bird design with collaging bits. Love that with the Baroque type of images. We've got lavender in pretty containers. And this one, again, has a lot of individual images you can use. She probably remembers that I like to get the napkins that have the individual pieces. Or maybe she just gave me an assortment. Some more pretty birds with roses. And again, you could do these individually. This is a small napkin with nests and eggs. Oh, that's different. So it's got a bird on that side. You probably get 2 of each design on that one. Yep. And some butterflies and flowers, a little bird, some script. So there's lots you can use on this one, just taken individually, or use this great big piece on the bottom of a page would be great. We've got some lilacs with some script and postmarks. Oh, look at that. So this one's 2 different designs too. I love this little fairy. This is what Gypsy Rose Papery, is that what it's called? Her channel? She has that on the beginning of her channel. I love it. And there are 2 different designs on this napkin. And of course you've got the butterflies and the sprigs of flowers. Some Christmas angels in pink. And another little packet she sent. Thank you very much, Eva. I can't wait to use some of these, and I will probably use some in that project that I just mentioned that I hope to do the next time. 2 different designs on that one. Here's a spring one with Easter chicks and bunnies and eggs. Very, very cute. And I love this border design. And I absolutely love this one. I don't know why, but I like roosters and chickens. This one's really nice with the silverware handles and this pretty ornate design. Two different designs, I believe so. Maybe not. Yep, they are two different designs. So this is the spoon that extends down. That's cool. Very pretty. We've got some herbs. This really nice collage. A little napkin with some berries. I love the images of fruit. Some bees in a honeycomb. And the honeycomb has a grainy texture. And this all over pattern of some pretty flowers. Looks like hydrangea blossoms, but I don't know. That's what they look like to me. And this could be a fall design with the colors. Very pretty. Thank you, Eva, so much. I'm just surprised that you thought of me. It's been a while. But I recently used her napkins on my French farmhouse covers with the roosters. And so she decided to send me some more napkins. So I really, really appreciate it. Now, on to today's project. This is what inspired me. I love the colors of these vintage vegetable seed packets and can labels and ads. I don't know why this angle isn't great today. And it just caught my eye with all these, the bright colors. And vintage doesn't have to be dull, you know? Maybe you'd refer to this as retro instead of vintage, but you know, it is vintage. But I love these colors, and I don't think I have what I would need to make something with these bright colors, but this inspired me to do something with my vintage magazine ads, and I've got a lot of them. So a lot of the ads from my magazines are black and white, but I pulled out enough with color that I can mix them up. See, this one has black and white, and then it's got color. And it's got a colored bingo card behind it. And, you know, so I can add color in. So these are what inspired me. And they've decorated a bag and with a tag. They put a tag on the bag. I don't want to do bags. I want to do something that I can use in junk journals. But they have the tags, which are inspiring, and just the elements that they used. Look at this. Really cool green measuring tape there. So I can just get inspiration from what they did and then interpret it in my own way. So let me show you what I pulled out already to use, and I'm going to keep this nearby for reference. So for the substrate, I pulled out some colored file folder that I can cut to a size that I want to make something with, whether it be a pocket or a tag or a journaling card or even a little folder I could make. I pulled out some bingo cards, some lotto cards. These are what I just got from Kim, that pack of red, and some Quizmo, because they're pretty green. I pulled out some recipe cards. I love the polka dot top. So I would probably do a collage on this side and let this side be journaled on. I got some guest checks, some pretty pink ones. Some large coffee dyed index cards. Not super large. What are these? 4 by 6? Yeah, 4 by 6. A few different types of tags. This repair tag also just came from Kim, one of the tall ones, and a really big tag. So that's what I got for substrate. And then I pulled out, of course, the vintage ads. So I've got a whole bunch here. And some of them are food related. I didn't have the veggie theme going on. There might be some veggie cans or fruit and stuff like that, but food related. And then I also got pulled out some other things that I can do for like a domestic arts, so cleaning and whatnot. So I've got enough here to work with, and some are in color. But I also pulled out some vintage children's book images. Look at these children helping around the house. How great for a domestic arts. Washing dishes, sweeping. There's a little bunny in her garden. And also a little bunny with her house. I love them both. I love house images. And then this little Mother Goose book I thought would have some fun images that I could use. Excuse me again. I also pulled out some of the ledgers that I have. This is not exactly a ledger, but it's it's called a want book. I guess they would write down what they wanted to order. Look at that. That's so cool. So this is really old. And a piece of green ledger paper. And then this ledger that actually has some writing in it, which I could use. So that's enough talk. Let's get to work. I don't really know what I'm going to do, so please bear with me. Get my scissors out because I'm going to need to cut stuff. Get my glue stick out. I've got my table, my little stand right behind me with my gluing pad on it. So let's start with, let's do a big tag. This is big enough to go in a domestic arts journal. This would have to go in a big journal. So first of all, I'm going to look through here and determine what I want to use. I kind of like this. Let's just not waste a lot of time dilly-dallying around. Let's just grab something and get to work. So I'm going to cut this out, and I know I'm going to have to cut it shorter. But since this is such a long piece, I think this long tag is a good way to use it. So today is Friday, and I have today off from my Hallmark job. And so I had my breakfast and I did my Bible reading, and I thought, first thing I'm going to do today is just do a little crafting before I have to get into packing and all the other chores that I need to do. So I'm glad you came along with me. I like this. I get my kitchen work done faster with Brillo soap pads, and I think I have enough of that image at the bottom if I use that. So I'm just going to, well, I'll just fold it there, and that way I'll know where to cut it. I'll just cut it up a little bit above that fold line. All right, so there's that piece. Now, I need to put some other stuff there. So I want to look at these for maybe a little inspiration. I love that yellow bill, wholesale groceries. You know what? I have some receipt type of booklets. Let me see what they are. Try and find where I put them. Oh, here they are. Okay. I know I've got some hardware ones, but I wonder if I have a grocery store one. Yeah, fruit and produce. Perfect. I have it in that yellow and this off-white color. Okay. I don't know if I'll use it on this one because I don't want to cover that part up. I'll use that for another thing, but I could use this. So I'm just going to cut this to be kind of a background. But I don't need to cover the whole tag with it because I have that covering up the whole one side of it. and I don't want to waste my vintage ledger. That's my broken pencil. Okay. With ledger lines, I can cut fairly straight. You know, you have the ledger line to follow. Saves me messing with my paper cutter. Okay, so then both of these I'll have to trim at an angle there. All right, now, what can I use? They even use some text from the book pages, so I'm going to look at my vintage children's book images that I got out, because I just adore the vintage children's book images. I even like the modern ones. I just like kids' books. So I like this. Good Little Helpers. It says, "Where are my little helpers?" I'm going to use that. Maybe not on this, but maybe. I'm just going to cut it out. Where are my little helpers? There they are, playing outside. So since it's a Brillo pad, I'm going to take this girl wiping the dishes. I mean, I don't wash my dishes with a Brillo pad, but sometimes the bottom of my pans, pots and pans, I use the Brillo pad to get them clean and sparkling again. I am leaving in a week to go to that conference, and I think that I can start a new journal project before I go. I've already pulled some covers and pages for an unembellished type of journal, and covers. Did I say that? Yeah, covers and pages that I can work on after I get home from the conference. But I think I can do like a regular journal before I go, because I haven't packed up my stuff yet. And I can pack some of it and still make a journal. Do I need anything else? Let's see if I have any other cleaning products here. Got some salt. That's beauty product. I love this. Lavender smelling salts. These are food items. We've got some ivory snow here. I think a black and white image would be fine. And I know I've got some. There's a stove, I like that. A lady in an apron. These are all food. I know I pulled out cleaning stuff. Sorry, but there's a little trash can. That's cool. Or maybe I didn't pull out cleaning stuff. This is all food. Well, there's laundry and minute rice. I just have a lot of space to fill on that large tag. I don't know if I want another figure because I have that lady like 3 times and then this little girl. So I'd rather have something that doesn't have a person on it. These all have people on them. So maybe I won't use an ad. I can use maybe a piece of this. Oh, I know. These bingo cards aren't here just to be substrates. They're also here to be pieces. So I think I'll take a piece of this green, since we have a green background here. And I'm going to cut this. I'll cut this up after I get my pieces arranged. I'm just going to take a piece of this out of the want book with some of the writing on it. For a little interest. Okay. I think that gives us enough here. And then after I have these glued on, I'll cut this phrase apart and scatter it on there. Let's glue. This has to go underneath that. I have some large pieces of furniture that I can't take with me to a smaller house, and I have a large dresser in my bedroom that is wide, and it has a mirror, and it's got a lot. It's a good place to display pretty things, and it has a couple of fancy hooks on it that you can hang something on, and I've enjoyed it. I got it. My husband bought this bedroom suite for me probably in the 90s. You know, with matching headboard and 2 dressers. His was a chest of drawers. I'm keeping that because it's got a smaller footprint. And I am buying another chest of drawers, so I'll have 2. But I can't keep this big, wide dresser. It takes up too much room. So anyway, and it had an end table, or like a bedside table, which I'll probably keep. But I haven't met the new owner. You know, every time they're here, I leave. That's just the way they want it. You know, that's the way the realtors want it. We don't make contact with each other. But I sent a photo of some of the pieces, the dresser and the buffet that's in the dining room that's not real fancy. In fact, I bought it at a yard sale. And another piece or 2. And she sent the photos to the other lady's realtor, who showed them to the buyer. And the buyer wants to take that. She's excited about the dresser, which makes me happy, because I don't want it, and I would have to have it moved, and then where would I take it? I wasn't going to just trash it, and you can't have a yard sale in February in Pennsylvania. Although the weather here has been quite nice lately. We have not had a harsh winter this year so far. So anyway, I was thrilled that she was thrilled to keep my dresser. And then she's also going to keep the buffet and a little cabinet. It's a cabinet that I stored my journals in that I made, that I use. You know, the journals that I've made and that I've purchased or received as gifts or swapped from other people. I actually had 2 cabinets with journals. And I don't know if I can keep the second one, but I know I can't keep both. So she's going to keep one of those. So that saves me having to move them or have something done with them. All right, so I think we're going to call this done, except for something in the hole. But that's really cute, isn't it? And I'll probably ink around the edges, but I don't need to do that on camera. I think I'll see if I have an appropriate green color of seam binding. If not, I can color some. Yeah, I don't like the green. It's just like an aqua color. So I have this one that I can color with some inks. So I'll do that. But isn't that a cool tag? I like it. And I'll ink around that side too. All right, let's move on. Let's do this. Going to take a look at these. Now I really like this. It has the word small green lima beans and then the green bingo. And I have a green bingo card. I have some, but I didn't grab one of them, but I have some red ones. But this card is small. But let's try it anyway. Maybe I'll use that. Oops. Maybe I'll use a part of this. Maybe I'll use that or that. Now I want to look for something red in the advertisements. Oh my goodness, I forgot this. We got to add these. I do want to ink around that before I glue it down. I'll ink around the whole thing, and then I'll ink again after I cut the edges. I'll ink around the new edges. It's hard to hold that tiny thing. I watched a Tim Holtz video yesterday where he was demonstrating inking through stencils. It was a long video, but it was about his new stamp and stencil releases for 2020. Some were released in January, some will be released in February, and some in March. So he went through all of those and then showed examples of projects that were made with each one. But at the end of this long video, which I watched in installments, he demonstrated stenciling. And he said that the felt pieces are only for alcohol inks. And I use them all the time. The foam ones are supposed to be for this, and the brushes and things like that. So he said you don't get a good blend with the foam, or with these, because they don't, I can't remember why. Where are my little helpers? So anyway, I don't know. Maybe I'll try. I just don't like the way the foam ones move. You know, maybe it's just what I don't like to change from what I'm used to, I guess. And that's what I started with. So they don't stand out a lot from the background. And the inking around the edges helped a little bit with that, but it's okay. Anyway, I do have some of the foam pads, so I guess I'm going to try. I'm going to practice with them. So the alcohol inks, which I do have, that's what the felt things are made for. So I guess I'm just going to have some time playing with my supplies and see what I like. I do have a couple different types of brushes. I have his kind of brush which he also demonstrated, the kind that's in a little silver tube and you open it up and screw it out like a lipstick. And then I have those makeup brushes that I really love, and he didn't talk about them because he doesn't have those in his line. Blending brushes. So anyway, it was interesting, and some of his new releases are fantastic. Wish I could get them, but I'm not buying craft supplies right now. Where are my little helpers? Okay, now we're done with that one except for inking. Okay, back to this. I was going to look for something in red. I've got this Campbell's soup. I might cut one of those out. That would be cool. It's kind of an orangey, maybe. Oh, this has, it's kind of purple, and there's a red can of cocoa, breakfast cocoa. Alright, let's just, and there's another soup can. Alright, we will see what we can do with these items here. So I think I'm going to go with that lady because that stove ad is too big. I'm just going to cut this off here. I guess I ran out of interesting things to talk about. I think that cocoa can might be a little too big for this collage. Look at that. Doesn't that look yummy? I love those blackberries. And look at the oranges around there. That's just a really cool image. Well, mutton soup, mock turtle soup, oxtail. Wow. I gotta go with mutton soup. This might be too big, but I want to look for some lettering, some words to put on here. Make it soup. That's not too big. So for the background, I'll just put some of this on. And I like that too. Maybe I can find a place for that. Maybe I'll use that on a different one. You know, I could just keep doing inspired by Somerset videos this week before I go, instead of starting a journal. And then maybe at the end I could put some of my projects together into a kit and sell those. And I want to say, you guys are doing such a wonderful job of helping me de-stash. I listed 2 groups of de-stash bundles this week, and everything sold the day they got listed, and I am so grateful for that. You have no idea. I want to make sure I have room for everything the way I want it. I think this is just taking up more space than it needs to. So I sent out the first batch that I had listed, and that was golden books and vintage books and book covers. So today I have to pack up the fabric bundles, and what else was in that? What else did I sell yesterday? Fabric bundles, a few different kinds. Oh, the big boxes, the big de-stash boxes. I'm thrilled that all of those things sold yesterday. So I'm going to pack those up. I'm going to go online and see about having them picked up here. I know you can do that. I'm just not real good at accomplishing things online all the time. But I'm going to try that because these boxes are big, especially those, the 4. I can't get these off. I got glue on my fingers. Look at that. I can't get it off. All right. So I've got 4 boxes that are over 10 pounds each, plus the 3 fabric bundles, which are good size boxes too. I'm going to see if I can arrange it so that the post office will just come here and pick them up right off my porch. Let you know how that works out. All right, so the soup can first. That's how I had it. The can up, the lady down. I think. Maybe not. Oh well, too late now. Because I think I switched it so that... Oh, that's okay. I trimmed that enough that it's not covering up too much of the lady. Okay, so let's see. I put this down first, I think. So this would be a cute card and a recipe journal. I just want to over her a tiny bit. I like things to overlap. So it's really fun to cut up bingo cards and just use pieces. And the lotto cards, they're fun too. Whoop, my cap flew right off. And that one did too. They're not snapping down. Okay, so there's another one. I think we've got time to do one more quick one. This is taking longer than I expected it to, but I got 2 rather large ones done. So let's do a bingo card. This is really heavy. I don't think I want to use that. It would bulk up a book. I might use that on the cover of a book. Let's try one of these little red ones. Thank you, Kim, for these red bingo cards. So I'm going to look for my focal point first, see what catches my eye for that card. It doesn't have to be red. I think I'm going to look for something black and white, actually. Although I do like that cocoa can. Oh, I like her. Okay, I don't have time to spend too much time looking. She's advertising Lux soap. She's Loretta Young. The actress. Like most girls, I use rouge and powder, but never do I risk cosmetic skin. I use Lux toilet soap regularly. It does leave your skin like velvet. I don't know if I'll use this, but I just like this phrase. What happened, Annabelle? I think it's from a story out of an old Good Housekeeping magazine. I like to cut around the shape of the letters sometimes so that it doesn't just have all that white space, and the phrase doesn't take up so much volume on the collage piece. Yeah, that's too big, but I'll use it in something because I like it. That might be enough, just that. Nope, not ready for that yet. It's already got words on it, so I don't need to add words. Not that you have to add words to everything, you know. Just making sure I don't want to add something else to this. Oop. I like the numbers here. Okay, I think that'll be good enough. And I think that's enough added to that particular substrate. And then the back can be journaled on. I might put some ledger paper on there to make it more interesting than a plain brown chipboard. I think I can do this before my hour is up. I don't always go for an hour, but I don't want to go more than an hour. If I keep playing after this hour is up, I wonder if I should record again. Do you want to see me do this more? Have you seen enough? I think I'll record it, and then if you leave me feedback that you want to see more, I can, what do I want to say? I can upload it. And if you've seen enough, I don't need to upload it. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do this. I want to tear it smaller, not bigger. Perfect. And, oh, I have an idea. I can take the Lux bar that I cut off the front and put it on the back. So these don't look anything like this, although I would love it if they did, because I love those bright colors. And you know, you could probably get a digital kit that has all these bright images of vegetables. I'm sure you could. But the point for me is to use up things that I have already. So go for it. If you like these bright images and you don't have the vintage things, look for them on digitals. Okay, so we did 3 in an hour. There's that one. And the large tag. And the recipe card. This is a 4x6 recipe card too, so it's a larger one. These are all fun. I love these. I hope that you enjoyed watching, and I think I will play and make a few more, and if you want to see them, let me know and I'll put that video up. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.